Hi, y'all. Welcome to the Fearless Female Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm Katerina Kormas, certified mindset and confidence coach and believer that everything you dream of creating in your life is possible for you. This podcast is so much more than about being an entrepreneur. It's about being the woman who unapologetically and fearlessly goes out after what she desires. This is where you shift your mindset, your beliefs, and your perspectives and ignite your confidence so you can transform your life and business. This podcast is all about living life your own way, deeply connecting to your own intuition and leading yourself to success. This is where you become an energetic match for all that you desire in your life and business. Your wildest dreams and fulfilling life are waiting for you, and I'm so grateful to be able to guide you along the way. I'm so glad you're here. Grab your favorite hot beverage, your headphones, and a journal, and let's jump in. Hello. Welcome back to the Fearless Female Entrepreneur Podcast. I thought it would be fun and powerful today to just press the reset button and just take a pause and get back to the deeper soul level why and vision for our lives. If you are anything like me, you get on that hamster wheel and you just are going and going and going, and you're nonstop, and then you're tired, you're overwhelmed. What am I doing? You wake up, you're like, how did I even get here? And so I thought, what better way for us all to take a deep breath together than to just press the reset button and reconnect to our deeper why we're even taking action, why we're even creating this life and business that we desire, and get back to our heart and soul. So I'm recording this in November. So we are creeping up on the end of the year and all the I'll start over in the new year type energy. But no matter when you are listening, I believe that this is your sign and your permission to just stop and take a breath for a moment. So I notice patterns in my life and with other entrepreneurs where we just get caught up in the strategies and the to-do lists and life's responsibilities. And then at some point we realize we've veered a bit from what our original intention was. We realize that our lives and businesses don't quite look the way we desire them to look, that we are no longer connected to our own lives anymore, and time has flown by, and we really haven't stopped to enjoy the ride. And it's basically we've let life take the driver's seat, and we are not taking action from a place of intention. So we all started our businesses and go out after the big vision on our hearts because we want our lives to look and feel a certain way. But a lot of the times we are waiting for some distant destination to reach some level of success to experience that life. I'll be happy when, I'll feel abundant when. And then time goes by and we just keep waiting and we're missing each moment we could be feeling those feelings in our lives right now. But we get so caught up in this is my goal and I got to go out after it and I got to take all the action to it that we're missing the opportunity to live our dream life in the moment as it's being created. So we start off, if you're like me, you were living a life in a career doing something. And then you start off with this beautiful nudge for more, like a heart and soul vision and desire, something that, excites you, that you're excited about. And so you embark on this new adventure, taking all the actions to, realize that dream. But what happens along the way is that the actual vision and feelings that go with it are replaced by, measurable, tangible parts of the vision. So not the heart and soul of the vision, but the tangibles like the sold out programs, a specific financial goal, leaving our 9 to 5 jobs, being able to pay off debt or buy a car or buy a house or move to Fiji. We find ourselves down this like rabbit hole of taking all the action that we think we need to take to get that tangible result that oftentimes we aren't connected or have become disconnected to the actual heart and soul and energy of what we are desiring. And we start to measure our success and worth by if we've arrived at that tangible item we desire. Up, I didn't buy my car yet. I didn't have enough money to pay the debt yet. I didn't have enough money to quit my 9 to 5 job yet. And so we're measuring by how far we still have to go, how far away we are from what we desire. Did this actually get me to what I need? And all the while, we're missing the biggest part, which is life. Every day, even as you're taking the action, you are creating your life. We're creating our lives, we're evolving. Our universe heard our vision, feels our vision, and every action we take we're moving towards it, but everything around us is fueling where we're going. And so if you're envisioning it and you're stuck in the to-dos and you're not looking up and really being in the emotion of it and the feeling of it and enjoying the ride, you're not actually creating that joyful life that you envisioned. And a common pattern is just waiting for that specific destination to feel what you want to desire to feel about your life and yourself. We just get so distracted by these specific tangibles, right? Was I able to pay off the debt yet? Was I able to get this many people into my program? It's the tangible, the measurable, the like seeable, touchable items that we actually, because we're focusing on those, we're missing the deeper meaning and feeling um, that those items give us. And so when you think about building a business, most of the time, it didn't start with money or like it really started with like this deeper passion, purpose, desiring time freedom, desiring creativity freedom, desiring to be your own boss and make your own decisions and do life your way. And yes, like, doing what you love and making money doing what you love and having it support you. Um, but the money isn't right? It is not, your vision isn't like, I want the money, you want what the money gives you. So in any vision, what you're deeply desiring isn't the tangible item, it's that something deeper. And so like when I work with clients and they say to me like, I want to make, I want to earn $10,000 months. We dig a little deeper. Well, why? Why is like one of the most powerful fueling words. Ask yourself why. And it's just like gets deeper, right? It gets right to the heart and soul of everything. So I'll ask my clients why. They might be like to pay off debt or so I don't struggle anymore or so I can feel I can buy and do what I desire or stuff like that, right? And then I usually ask them, what else? What will $10,000 months give you? And they'll be like, well, time and money to visit family, more money to have for like more experiences and travel, to feel free, to be able to, give more to others. Um, and then I ask, what is the feeling behind the money? And it's always like I want to feel abundant. I want to feel peaceful and safe and secure and free. And I want to feel calm and I want to feel rich and joyful, right? Those are all the feelings. And that's what you're really desiring. That's the heart and soul is the things that you're desiring that are tangible are the representations of what you want to feel and experience. And then, it's about then taking it one step deeper and looking back at the heart and soul vision of your life. And I say the heart and soul vision because there is something deep in us, in our heart and soul, that we desire. And a lot of times life being life, gets in the way of us being able to hear our heart and soul. It's the outside world and other people are louder than our intuition and our heart and soul. And if we are always in the outside world taking action and looking for outside validation to make us feel successful, or to just, action is outside, right? Like it's out in the world, you're taking action, you're doing things outside. Sometimes we forget to hear what's on the inside. Um if you think about your vision doesn't contain your future version of you standing there with $10,000 cash in your hands, right? 24 hours a day, you're just standing there with $10,000 cash. I mean, it could be. And if you want to do that, no judgment. If that's your vision, you get to hold $10,000 in your hand 24 hours a day, great. But really, the vision is in seeing what you're doing in the moments because of and to bring in that money, right? A lot of people that are in my audience, they want to earn money doing something they love. They want the money to be the byproduct of, fueling their life with this passion and this purpose and helping others. And then the money gets to make them feel secure and have overflow and then have all the other parts of their vision. Does this all make sense that we sometimes just lose sight? We're as entrepreneurs and as people that, are using our gifts to impact others, and then we have family and friends that we care for, sometimes we forget to check in with ourselves, right? We get caught up in everything moving and moving and moving, and everything's moving fast, and we're trying to really like throw everything at the wall to make our dream happen and have that vision as fast as possible, that sometimes we forget why we were doing it in the first place. So here we are getting caught up in the actions and measuring all of our success by if we receive these tangible items we desire, that we start to get like caught up into like the hustle and the working hard and taking action every single day. But we're measuring everything by the wrong thing. The measurement is in the vision and the feelings, not really the tangible superficial goals. And when I say superficial goals, I don't mean that as a bad term. I just mean the goals of having like, those tangible things at the surface level, right? They don't give us the deeper feelings. Um, so we find ourselves caught up in, why things aren't working or all the work we have to do, and that we completely forget, why are we even on this path? Like, why are we even on this adventure to begin with? Why did we even start going out to build the business? Um, and life is just passing us by while we're waiting to have what we desire, while we strive for the superficial items, and when all the while what we're doing in the moment could actually be giving us all the joy we need, but we're waiting for something else to bring us the joy. And it's so easy to get lost in the striving that we lose sight of why we got started in the first place. When we lose that sight and we're not connected to what we ourselves desire, it's so easy to borrow other people's goals and dreams when we're detached from our own, right? When we're not completely connected to what means so much to us, and we're going out there trying to create these things and our focus is on the outside, it's easy to borrow oh, maybe I want that. Oh, that's intriguing. Oh, that's intriguing. And all of a sudden we're on this path going out after something that seems intriguing, but we haven't checked in to see, do we really actually want it? And I see a lot of people humans, we're human, get caught up in like borrowing other people's dreams and goals. And that's why it's so important to reconnect to our own vision on a regular basis. And I think we just don't give ourselves the space to do that, to take a break for a moment and get back to what you want, what's in you, without the noise of the shoulds, without the noise of what everybody else is doing, without the noise of I'm not there yet. And instead to turn inwards and actually compare where you are now to where you desire to be. And that's how you become a match, right? It's the becoming process. It's, is what you're building even what you want, right? Do you wake up one day and you're created something in your business, and because of some shoulds or whatever, you want the thing to happen, you really don't want it? It's happened to me for sure. Did you veer off path somewhere? And veering off path is not, I will say this, not a bad thing, because you're always learning something on that path. It could mean there's another option your heart and soul didn't even consider, that would give you what you desire. But it also could just be more information about what you do and don't want. And sometimes just weeding out what you don't want is like makes life a little easier, and easier to stay connected to what you do want and what's in your heart. So this gives you a moment when you take a pause to check in and ask yourself what needs to shift so you can become a match for that heart and soul desire in your life and your business. And we're going to do that today together. We are going to take the pause. We are going to give ourselves permission to say, life can hold for 1 second while I get back to me and why I'm here in this short little life, right? So, the secret to being a match for what you desire in this world is basically what you create needs to leave room for what you envision. And I think a lot of when we get caught up in the normal life treadmill of things, and we're creating things, we sometimes create them like with that frantic energy of like, I want to create this thing and I want it to happen. So I'm going to try, I'm going to do it this way because that's going to give me these tangible things. But the problem is we don't always leave room for the act, what we actually envision. We're throwing spaghetti at the wall, and like things happen. I notice when people don't check in with themselves regularly, they'll be building their business, and instead of like having the time and the energy to spend with their kids, which is why they started their business to begin with, why they and set out with the intention of building this business that was gonna give them so much more space and time. Instead, they find they're working 7 days a week, and they're missing all of these precious small moments each day because they're like, when I could finally have consistent income, then I'll have space for my kids. Instead of building it the opposite way of I'm going to build the business around having space with my kids, right? Another example is, wanting to impact others, right? Like loving to work with people one on one, but then they wake up one day and they realize the foundation of their business is selling courses. And it was because they got caught up in the, I need to build this business. I need to be, oh, this is easy. I'll do this, or this is what people say I should do, and I'll do this. And then there's like this moment of like, they wake up one day and they're like, why doesn't this feel good? Why doesn't this feel good? I want to avoid that for you. Like, I want to help you avoid those waking up one day and be like, why doesn't this feel good? And so, this podcast episode, I want you to save it and I want you to come back to it when you feel like you're on the treadmill. I want you to come back with it, because in a minute, we're going to go through a process of taking that pause and doing the inner reflection. And I believe that when you do this more often, when you check in with yourself more often and ask yourself the following questions in the guided visualization we're going to do, you're going to realize, like, you're going to be in a more aware state more consistently on the decisions that you're making in your life and your business. And they're you're going to go from just kind of making decisions to make something happen to making more intentional, aligned decisions off of what you would make your life feel just so amazing and give you everything you desire to feel. So, no matter if you've found yourself astray, or you've lost sight of your why, or are just feeling like overwhelmed chaos of things that need to be done, I want you to just right now take a moment and stop. We owe this to ourselves. more often than we ever give ourselves permission to. Today, we're going to honor our heart and soul. We're going to honor us. Nobody around you, nobody else in your life, no friends, no family, no furry friends, no kids, anything. You're going to honor yourself today. We're going to honor our lives and this one life that we get to live. And now let's reconnect to our why. So, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a journal and a pen, obviously. I want you to find a quiet place just for you. And if that means you have to hide in the bathroom and put your headphones on, if that means you have to go to the back of the Costco parking lot and sit in your car and do it. If you need to go to the attic, the basement, wherever you need to go, right? A closet. Um, this is this is your time. These are your heart and soul dreams for your life, not connected to everybody else. This is you. This is you. And I want you to start reflecting. So, first, before we get started, I want you to find a comfortable seat. You can lay down as well, but I just want you to find that comfortable spot. Just relax your arms, relax your legs, and I want you to take a deep breath in and hold it for a second. And now take a slow, deep breath out. I want you to just tune out any sound around you. I want you to place your hand on your heart. I want you to close your eyes. And I just want you to take a second to focus on your breath and your heartbeat. I want you to center yourself, connect to yourself, be with yourself. It's just you, your heart, your soul, your intuition in this moment. That is it. I want you to be present. Feel into this moment. The outside world doesn't exist right now. You are here right now. The past and future don't matter, they don't exist. It starts right here, right now. Whatever happened yesterday, whatever you've been working on, whatever goals you have for the future, this is the reset button. We're going to start all over today. Reset. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what is the vision for your life? What are you doing 1, 2, or 5 years from now? I want you to close your eyes and I want you to envision yourself a day in the life. What are you doing? Who's in your life? Where are you living? What are you wearing? What kind of business do you have? What are you feeling? And now I want you to ask yourself, why? Why do you want to start and grow your business? What is it allowing you to do in your vision? What drives you to start your business? What is that heart and soul calling for you? What's that deep desire that says, this is the business for me? This is what I want to do. This is how I want to impact the world. These are the gifts I want to use. And what do you want that business to look like? What are you doing in your business? Are you working one on one? Are you working in groups? Are you teaching a class? Are you selling a product? Are you doing artwork, design work? What do you want it to look like? What do you want it to feel like when you're in your business doing the work, coaching, teaching, designing, writing, creating. What does this business give to your life? Thinking about what you've created so far in your life and business. Is that a match for how you really want your life and business to look? After you've done all that reflecting, is it a match? Are you doing what you really want to be doing? How does it look and feel right now? How is it not aligned? Think deeper into your business. What are you doing in your business? How many hours are you working? What are you focusing on? How do you serve others? Is that aligned to the vision you really have? That deep, deep desire in your heart, the heart that's beating underneath your hand. Is it the same? Does it feel the same? Take a minute to be in your vision. See and feel that future version of you. Look at her. Watch her live her life. What would she tell you that you need to do right now? What would she tell you you need to release or pivot or tweak or change? What does she think you need to focus on to become her? Take a moment to let these reflections just sink in. Take some deep breaths, let them breathe them in. How does it feel to connect to your heart? Isn't that so powerful? It's like you're meeting a friend in your vision, even though it's you. It's like coming home. There's this feeling when you're really in that vision, when you're really connecting to why you want it, what it feels like. There's just like, it's like coming home. Like it just, everything in that vision, right, feels just right. Like this is what it's going to be. This is what it should be. And it feels easeful. So now I want you to grab your journal and write out your vision. Everything you saw during this, guided visualization, write out your vision for your life and business. Everything. What did it look? What did it feel like? What did you see yourself doing? What were you wearing? Where were you living? Who was in it? And then write out what you need to change in your life and business right now. Write down any fears that are coming up around making changes or having what you desire. Ask yourself what beliefs and fears will be getting in your way of having what you desire. Where have you been told you can't do it your way? Or if you do it your way, it won't give you the vision or results you desire. Really dig into what's going to hold you back. And then I want you to ask yourself, how are you becoming a match for what you desire and how you are not aligning to where you want to be? What actions do you need to shift and change today? What goals do you need to strive for? What do you want to work on in the next quarter to get you back on track and aligned to your why and your heart and soul vision? And finally, how does this feel for you? How does it feel for you? Did it feel different? Because I know for me, um, when I went years without really checking in with my why. And my heart and soul vision. And I will tell you, when I finally did it, I was like, wow, nothing I'm creating in my life or business is anything I desire. I wasn't taking intentional action. I wasn't making intentional aligned decisions. My decisions weren't aligning to my vision. So who else here needed this reset and pause button? I hope this felt really, really, really good. And just remember, your heart and soul and your intuition will never steer you wrong. It's all connected. It's what you desire. It's your truth. It's what's meant for you. It's what's available to you. So instead of seeking the outside validation, this is a great exercise in practicing connecting to your own inner power and intuition. So when you find yourself really like looking outside yourself for all the answers and should I do this and should I do that and should I do this, this is a great podcast episode to get back to and get back to you're the only one that sees that vision. You're the only one that knows your heart and soul desires. You're the only one that knows what it feels like. Nobody else can envision it, can get in your head and see exactly what it looks and feels like. So when you're out there asking people for outside validation, right? Like, is this going to work? Should I do this? How should I do this? They're they can tell you, people can tell you, or you can take, stuff from other people, but it's only you're the only one that can say, but does this align? Does this match what I really want? And this is where you get to connect back to that. So I hope this was helpful in getting you back to where you desire to be. um and why you're creating this life and business to begin with, and what you need to be a match to move forward. So, this is a perfect exercise to do like once a quarter, just so you don't find yourself too far astray. Check in, do this exercise before you create your quarterly plan. Save this podcast so you can come back to it every few months and do a reset. You can also grab the Becoming Quarterly Journal and Planner, where it walks you through reconnecting to your vision, your why, and your future self each quarter. So there's a whole section in the beginning of the Becoming Quarterly Journal and Planner that does all of this, connects you to the future version of you, your vision for your life and your business. It's the and your why. So it has all of that in the beginning of the journal, and then it walks you through turning that vision into yearly, quarterly, monthly goals and action items. So you can grab that planner and journal. It's just one item mixed in, along with the planner or journal each day. So it's like beginning of the week, end of the week, beginning of the month, end of the month, and then every morning and night there are journal reflections that help you stay intentional, that help you stay connected to your why and the becoming process, and making decisions from the place of what you desire as opposed to what everybody else desires. So it's all built into this planner and journal. It's called the Becoming Quarterly Journal and Planner. And you can grab it. The link is in the description, or you can pop over to my website at www.katarinakormas.com. So thank you all for joining me as we, paused and did a powerful reset on our lives and our businesses. I hope this helped. Go take a few deep breaths. And I look forward to chatting with you next time. Bye, y'all. Hi, lovely. Thank you so much for listening to the Fearless Female Entrepreneur podcast. You might have been listening along and thinking, I'm ready. I'm ready to become the woman who has all she desires. I'm ready to finally live my dream life and business. Well, listen in. If you're tired of sitting on the sidelines watching everyone else succeed, wondering when you'll make your dreams happen, if you want to step into unwavering confidence and show up in your life and business with a renewed energy and unstoppable mindset, if you want to stop second guessing or letting doubts and fears stop you, if you are ready to feel purposeful and fulfilled and abundant and joyful in all areas of your life, then Breakthrough is perfect for you. Breakthrough is my signature coaching program, and we work together one-on-one to guide you to release the shoulds and finally call the shots in your life and business. This is where you make powerful, transformative shifts in your mindset, beliefs, perspectives, and actions so that you're leading yourself to live life and create a business your way. This program is designed to help you find what's holding you back, completely reframe your beliefs so you lead with empowering thoughts, deeply connect to what you desire and who you will be when you get there, and have you leading your thoughts, beliefs, and actions every single day so that they truly align to what you desire to be experiencing in your life. So, if you're interested in learning more, Visit www.start.katarinakormas.com/breakthrough info, or send me an email at katarina@truejoyexperience.com, and let's jump in.